Go Blue, everyone. Ward new? What a shock! Coming up next on Michigan Wolverines Live. And here we go. We are back for a special episode of Michigan Wolverines Live, brought to you, as always, by FanDuel. Thanks, everybody, for stopping by. My name is John D'Adamo, and I'm going to be taking you through the next hour or so. As always, catch us on YouTube, on X, catch us on radio, leave us a rating or review. And pretty much the most helpful thing you could do is hit the like button, like as quick as you can. Hit the subscribe. Tell everybody. Especially this show, we got some hot tea here at Michigan at the Voice of College Football, brought to you courtesy of the Wall Street Journal, and then re-shared with On3. So a lot coming up there. It's probably going to be a poppin' one, so you might want to hit the super chat if you'd like to consider contributing, and we will put your comment to the top of the queue, or become a member and use your membership comment, whatever you want to do there. And as always, joining me, never a dull moment, TJ Ronin back in the house for another crazy Michigan offseason. How are you?
I'm good. But the chaos is back, John. The chaos is back. We had a quiet offseason, but that's not allowed in Michigan, John. Dusty has to jump to the NBA, and now we have Ward Manuel doing his best mob boss impression. Hell of a time to be a Michigan fan, but it's nothing we're not used to, John, because we are calloused to this. We are used to chaotic off seasons, John. This is nothing new to us. But it is, I will say, hilarious to watch the rivals try and act as though there's new information, all of us. I mean, don't be wrong. There's a couple tidbits. But nothing that doesn't nothing earth-shattering, I would argue. Now, that doesn't mean things are not interesting. Clearly, they are. I mean, there's a lot of things going on. There's a lot of moving parts right now, which we're going to get into. We're going to break it all down. But end of the day, it is absolutely fascinating to watch. You really see the true character of the rivals when there's a little blood in the water, John.
Mm-hmm.
And they think they got something. It's fucking hilarious, bro.
Yeah. I mean, we know that Spyro's got some sources, or at least did have.
Oh, well, we know. Listen,
program.
We know who one of those sources likely are. I'd say there's a 97% probability it's a source we all know, and I'm sure someone in the chat will throw it in there.
Yeah. We got Ryan. We got Double J in the house. What's up, Wolverine Nation? We got Michigander. We got Minnie. Minnie's here. Somebody asked about you, Minnie, a few hours ago on the Iowa show. I briefly caught it, and somebody was asking about you. So there you go. Go Blue. 7-Eleven. Hey, it just was 7-Eleven. I just realized that. I missed the free Slurpee.
Did you see some of the Slurpees they were offering? They were like this big, bro.
Oh, snap. It wasn't just like the little cup like it usually is?
Oh, it's diabetes central, bro. No, I don't even know what's going on. Crazy.
Okay.
Crazy.
Michigander. We got New Life. These are all members, by the way. Goats. We got everybody's here. So thank you all. Oh, Johnny, who's also one of our Thursday hosts of the Call-In Show, with the little finger quote there. Chaos is a ladder.
Johnny joined my movement in getting microtransactions removed from college football 27. And we succeeded, didn't we, Johnny? Didn't we, Johnny? You know it. You know it. We'll talk about that Thursday.
Yeah. I don't know. The movement worked.
It did work. So did the movement to get rid of Brandon Sorsby. Now we must unite. Today's not the day. We'll pick this fight up another day, but ban jersey sponsorships. We must unite. Keep it moving, though.
I'm just realizing now, you know what I should have done for the thumbnail? Sharonley fans. That's what I should have done for the thumbnail. Of course, Sharonley fans, perfect day to show up with the news that we've got So perfect day. Always great to have you here. And of course, love Game of Thrones. Absolutely.
That's a Game of Thrones reference. I feel so.
Yeah,
Wait.
Courtney and I love Game of Thrones.
But hold on though. Which season? Like which
So it was
show?
Littlefinger.
Oh, so it was the first. Never mind. No, so it was the first Game of Thrones.
Yeah. It wasn't.
All right, my bad. Why is that? I love Game of Thrones as well. I'm surprised I didn't catch it.
Yeah. Oh, it's great. It's great. Real quick, we do want to thank our sponsors as always. So we've got our friends at FanDuel talking about England versus Argentina and on who's going to qualify for the next round. And they do have, and let me make sure that I've got it pulled up. There it is. So to qualify for the next round, TJ, England is favored over Argentina, which is very interesting. Very interesting because with Argentina, you've got the whole Messi of it all, and that whole saga. And I feel like there's some type of movement. I don't know what it is that where people want him to win because he's this might be his last one. I don't know, man. Might have to. I love England. I have a lot of homies in England, but I might have to go Argentina on this.
The homies are in England.
Yeah,
I am going to go Argentina. Because I like the way Argentina plays football, bro. I mean, I like their style, I like their approach. They got a nice controlled game. Yeah, I'm going with Argentina.
Looks like so is Jackson Johnson, our resident chief marketing officer, picking Argentina.
I'm very disappointed Norway got beat by England.
Yeah.
I believe they lost to England. Whoever beat Norway, I'm very disappointed. I want to see Holland continue.
Yeah, it's interesting because Argentina is usually pretty good at the World Cup.
They are clearly. Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Oh, Michigan Pitt is choosing England. Oh, by the way, great avatar, Michigan Pitt, if I do say so myself.
I believe that's my boy.
Oh, it is? Oh, okay.
I think it is.
Very cool. So there you go with FanDuel. And as always, we also want to thank Freedom Services EPC, quality you can trust, people you can count on, serving America's oil and gas needs. Check them out at www.freedomservicesepc.com. Wow.
Yeah, we'll say before you go, that is definitely my boy because he's has some. I believe he's from England. That's just what that is. So.
Oh snap! Okay,
he's who I went to the national championship game with.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah, my boy.
The super chats are already coming in. From Ryan with the 20. Did you guys watch Ward's interview with Sam Webb today? So I did see some of it. I definitely it seemed like a lot of carrying water to me. It seemed like a lot of just like he did with Sharon Moore. Now we're also being the PR media platform for Ward. And that's what he is, though. And to his credit, he's very successful being the go-to insider media platform for everyone for most of the leadership of the university. So you got to give him that. But Ward said something that was very interesting. He said, "I'm going to be the athletic director today, and I'm going to be the athletic director tomorrow." And that was it. So, well, Thursday's the Regents meeting, so.
Yeah,
anything you thought about that?
Well, my bad. Because I was reading something, but
you're good.
I'll be honest. So I was tuned in, ready to watch this interview because I thought it was absolutely wild that he would be doing an interview 2 days before the Regent meeting, which is kind of crazy if you think about it. And I'll say this: I was hoping for a little more juice because the quotes coming out on Monday seemed confident. Now the Tuesday show, Ward still, this morning, Ward did still come across as he will be, even though he did say he doesn't know, but he's not acting like a man who's about to be fired. But I also feel like he's acting as a man who has the cards. He knows that if they are going to get rid of him, it's going to be a pretty damn good payday, quite frankly. because he does know. And just like in the rivals, listen, the rivals are watching. We know. There's no doubt he knows where the bodies are. There's no doubt he knows every little nook and cranny over the last 10 years, everything. So, it's interesting to watch the dynamic play out right now, especially because, and I don't want to jump too far ahead, John, but the Regents have already said, or I'm sorry, I want to say the Regents, a spokesperson from Michigan has said, do not expect, I don't know if you saw this, John, because we didn't really talk about it. Do not expect a decision Thursday.
Yeah, I did see that.
Yeah.
In my like, I've been trying to absorb everything, and I
Oh, I know.
definitely saw that at one point.
Well, and there's news everywhere, so it's hard to know what is legit, what's not. We got the rivals throwing shit at walls. Fun to see Tom Mars checking Spyro a little bit.
Yeah,
I'm sure you saw that.
yeah. Well, because he was okay with Spyro coming for WARDE. He's not okay with Spyro coming for his client, Jim Harbaugh.
Former client,
yeah, former, and Todd Anson was also not thrilled, about Spyro going after Harbaugh. So yeah, we're not going to really even dignify that reporting with anything here, but
yeah,
it is out there. Hey, Cody's here. So how did the rivals not already know he knew?
Well,
wild.
It's not. I mean, I think they
Regents. You mean? Rivals,
yeah, I mean, listen. Whatever position he's holding. I mean, let's just say rivals. Let's hold that position.
Okay.
They do. They just. It's all about what is provable or what is evidence, right? Like the rivals, since the beginning of the sign shit, because like they're also hanging on to the Santa Ono portion of the Chris Partridge, which is a whole other related, somewhat chaotic theme to this offseason. The Chris Partridge lawsuit, which he talked about how Santa Ono knew about the signs, and so yes, the rivals have always felt that the entire scheme was some well plotted, organized activity where, many, myself included, have said, I don't think it's as coordinated and organized as they believe. Now, there is a difference, and I want to stress this right now because I've already debated Garrison, as many of you probably have assumed. There's a difference between knowing dirt when it's happening versus being aware after the fact. So let's not forget that. It's a very, very clear distinction when it comes to Santa Ono. Like, it's not like they fucking knew week 7. You know what I mean? Like, this is something through investigation they probably found out along the way. And that does not mean Harbaugh is liable for being aware of the entire thing from the get, because he very well could have been unaware, and it didn't go any further than potentially a Partridge or a Jesse Minter. Not to throw Jesse Minter into it, but my own theory has believed, or my own, I guess, hypothesis has been, I have always felt that Partridge and Minter were fairly aware.
Oh yeah, realistical. Yeah, we got what we wanted. Yes, we wanted this off season to have more scandal. Yeah.
See, it's not. Oh, wait, hold on. We got what we wanted. You mean reality? Wait a minute. Did we make WARDE do this? Did we make Sharon Moore reach out to Paige Shiver? Did we do it, John?
I don't. I'm trying to think back, trying to recollect, but I don't think so.
Was it us who told Connor Stallions to do things?
We didn't put the butter knives in his hand.
How about this realistical and objective? Learn to become objective. That's your homework assignment.
How about Ryan? Ryan is always coming in clutch with the gifted memberships. Guess who's got some? So my buddy Streams Only 7, who really has really been supporting the show lately. Old Dad 599, Matthew Rowley, Mitchell, and Hair Xavier. All 5 of you hit refresh and enjoy your emojis. You've got 30 days of Those Who Stay Will Be Champions membership, thanks to Ryan. Hey, Michigander's got one. This will be the last one we take, and then we'll get to topics for a bit. But Michigander with the 20. The only time our rivals come out of the closet is A, Michigan loses, B, a scandal comes out, C, just anything negative. All they are is casual keyboard warriors, and there's some rare good ones out there like Doreen and Garrison. Look, Michigander, you're not wrong. And when you look at like Spyro, Intrinsic, and these idiots,
fuck boys, you can call them fuck boys. Go ahead.
They never talk about their own team, like practically ever. It's always about Michigan.
What's there to talk about, John? I mean, if you're a State fan, it's really quite frankly, this is their only joy for happiness is Michigan's pain because their own school brings them great depression. That's the life of a Spartan. But regarding Ohio State, they just have a sick obsession, and we know this because Nick Saban's called them out for it. And plus, we live it. We experience this wild obsession where they want to be better than us. They really do. I mean, their football team is a damn good football team, but they are not Michigan. And I mean the school. The school itself, Ohio State, is not Michigan. Ohio State cannot do it like Michigan. You do not own. We are an everything school. You are a football school that occasionally has a program do well here and there. But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, Michigan is a powerhouse that is, unfortunately, and I will admit this, a little dirty at the top, John, but nothing we've not talked about for 3 fucking years. You know what I mean? Like, we've talked about the region, like, because we're going to get in. Listen, you don't think we're going to get in, like, my guy, Realistical and Objective, talking about the $12 million, $11 million investigation. Oh, we're going to get into that because that's interesting. The fact that it is, and I don't know, John, I might be jumping over your topics right now because to me, it's all blurred and all merged.
Well, we're gonna just roll out the Wall Street Journal story and talk through some of the key points. So today, this just happened today, the Wall Street Journal, and then On 3 referred to it in an article a few hours ago. The Wall Street Journal reported that Michigan has compliance issues. So the Jenner & Block firm, highlighted compliance issues, including its failure to implement certain recommendations from a prior sexual misconduct review. So they've already reviewed sexual misconduct, and WARDE didn't do anything about it.
No, why would he?
Yeah.
He's busy, John. He's fucking busy, John.
Yeah, he's busy with what. Yeah, he's busy with
winning national championships, John. You got to give him a break, bro. Give him a break.
Yeah, having his own float at the parade. And it found that Michigan athletics compliance officer reported to WARDE, not to the University Office of General Counsel. And then, by the way, the General Counsel just left for Stanford. So he might have not been so happy about that whole situation.
I mean, Stanford's a good job, John.
Stanford is a good job. Great education. Great education. Football program, I don't know, but great education.
I'll be honest. I'm at the point of this is comical as shit. This entire scenario is just so comical because there's clear incompetence. Okay. Listen. All right. There's clear cover up. All right. There's clear looking the other way, but let me just stress this. And Garrison was so angry when I brought this up to him in my conversation with him. Michigan's not the only school playing these games. The reality is this is corporate, this is political, this is the top of the food chain, university type shit. Yes, I think it's very clear that WARDE looked the other way. I think it's very clear Santa Ono looked the other way on some things. And I think it is very comical, but strategically standard practice when something is such high profile as this, to not have a physical investigation report, John, but to have a oral delivered report. So this way it cannot be FOIA'd for the haters out there to FOIA.
So this has been 10 years now of this type of approach to running an athletic department. Looking the other way when wrongdoing happens, when cars are crashed, when coaches are slapped,
when your own car crashed, actually, John.
Yeah, his own car, Xavier Simpson. Then you have the Harbaugh situation, and he let him go. Bakich went to Clemson. That now we have Dusty May, which you can argue either way. Dusty, Ward, Regents. You can.
I will say this.
A lot there.
Interesting thought. John U. Bacon did put out an interesting. Listen, we're going to be all over the place with this, just so everybody knows.
Yeah.
John U. Bacon did say when Dusty left, I wonder if it has anything to do with the investigation that's going to be coming, or the report that's going to be coming out. Is it possible Dusty was like, oh, I want to get away from this. Like, this is just too chaotic. I need, like, don't get me wrong. We all know Dusty had an eye on the NBA. That was very clear. But is it possible Dusty May was like, I don't want to deal with this chaos. I'm going to go to the fucking NBA, because that's what he wants to do anyways. So might as well do it right now. When you do have a fairly solid opportunity with Dallas and a generational player. I don't want to say generational, but a cornerstone player in Cooper Flagg. I think Johnny Bacon might not be wrong. I think it's because I think the timing of Dusty May saying goodbye and everyone finding out on social media to me is quite coincidental. Quite coincidental.
And let's be charitable and say it was all Dusty May. Let's be charitable and say it was fully 100% Dusty May. It's still been a clown show for the last 10 years. Sure. I'm still saying if it doesn't, because there's going to be a book I'm sure there's going to be a book in part about the Dusty situation, because there was The Price. Maybe there'll be The Price sequel or some other book. And that's when we're going to find out what he was offered when. And my position is, and I think this is reasonable, if Dusty May was offered anything less than a $7 million a year lifetime contract, like a Bill Self type contract, then Ward didn't do enough. If that wasn't offered in April. And right. And if I'm proven wrong that he did offer that, then I will say I'm wrong.
All right. Can be confirmed. Ward Manuel's approach to contract negotiations is to slow play them. Can be confirmed. He did it. He's done it with every single coach. Some athletic directors do not have that approach. Ward's approach is that, and that is what frustrates some fans within Michigan. The reactive, not proactive approach that Ward has.
Here we go again.
Ward literally, listen, and I'm going to tell you right now, people are not even going to know what position I'm even on when it comes to Ward, because I may not be out on Ward like the most rest of y'all, and I'll tell you why in a minute. But because I'm actually finding this whole thing amusing now. But that has been one of the biggest gripes for us fans, is the slow approach to everything, even NIL, right? So, but see, Ward has that, I don't know what the proper word is.
Mob boss.
I almost want to say, what's the word I'm looking for? I forgot. I don't know the word I'm looking for, but essentially, like, we're Michigan, John. We do what the fuck we want when we want, which we do, which is true to an extent. But you got to pay it. You got to do NIL, John, if you want to attract talent. It's not just coming to the transformational, not transaction. Remember that little sales?
Yo, pitch? Yeah. I was hosting then, and I called him out for that. Right.
And and then, like, when it comes to these coaches, he's like, well, you should want to be at Michigan. I mean, it's Michigan. No, bro. Like, yes, it is, but it's a mutual relationship. Like, the coach is bringing something to the table. You're bringing something to the table. Let's close deals here. But Ward has that, I want to say almost a false confidence sometimes of, like, he just think, I don't know. He just, like, the way he does, like, look at the Juwan Howard situation. Look how long it took him to fucking get rid of Juwan Howard when it was so clear he should have been gone. The worst season in men's basketball history, and
he still was going to keep him.
I know he was. And if it was not for Juwan Howard mentioning NIL being the reason for their failure that year, which is insane. We've already talked about this on the show. I'll bring it up again, though. They guaranteed an NIL package for Dusty to come here, which is hilarious, because that is apparently why Juwan Howard was let go, because he used NIL as the primary reason why the season was a failure. But anyways, which, quite frankly, to Juwan Howard's side, he's not wrong. I mean, he was very handcuffed in recruiting. But back on track though.
Yeah, let's keep breaking this down. So,
Yeah.
so more on the story. So essentially, as we know, Ward denied knowledge of some of these details of inappropriate relationship that Sharon Moore had. But the physical relationship began in 2022 allegedly, and then the allegations started in 24. And here's what's interesting: it wasn't just Paige, and it wasn't just the OnlyFans models.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Because according to this Wall Street Journal article, the university was aware of Moore's online interactions with a donor's wife who posted
nice.
provocative photos on her Instagram account, the firm found.
We'll say, if anybody knows what donor wife it is, let us know for research purposes. I'm curious what Sharon Moore was looking at. But honestly, John, he was just trying to be nice. I mean, can we not just acknowledge he was being friendly and nice to a donor's wife? You know, he was being generous and courteous, John. He's a nice guy.
I feel like this is the same defense that you gave Josh Gaddis after Xavier Worthy.
Just being an upstanding gentleman, John. There's nothing wrong with that. It is not toxic masculinity. I'm just yeah, I mean, probably a bad look. You probably shouldn't be doing that. But look, you know, Sharon, we all know Sharon was on a mission, okay? He had quite the roster.
Yeah. Yeah, that you saw some of them on the thumbnail. We had Paige, who of course was employed and was Sharon Moore's subordinate,
and with a pay raise.
Yeah, big pay raise,
doubled
almost doubled. So
she works hard, John.
So donor's wife, we had a donor's wife in the mix, and then here is what I would call, if not the smoking gun, I would call it essentially he knew. So apparently a year before that Sharon was fired, Ward said, "Don't travel with her."
Interesting.
Yeah, don't travel with Paige.
Even though he's his assistant, but yeah. Peculiar. There's probably a why. I don't know what it could be though.
Yeah, because they were fucking. That's why.
No, chill out. Sharon would never, bro. He's married.
Right.
He would never do that, bro.
Right.
Family man, John.
So it's just more reactive behavior as opposed to proactive, and now almost like actively covering up for Sharon at this point. And so it really took the dad going and formally reporting in order to actually get anything done here.
That's right. Paige Shiver's dad, who they contacted to help get Paige Shiver, which we have talked about a lot on this channel. That has been discussed many times. Paige Shiver's dad was contacted by Michigan to move forward and actually have the receipts, John, to get. So this way, and fuck it, we'll just say it like it is. This way, Michigan have to pay for a buyout. That's why they did that.
Yeah. So number one, Paige's dad single-handedly saved Michigan football. So we need to have a thank you for that.
Michigan gets rid of her 3 months later.
Yeah.
I fucking love my school, bro. Love it. Hey.
Oh, and let's not forget that this entire report wasn't even written down, so that they couldn't have to submit it for any type of investigation in the future for FOIA.
Well, loose lips sink ships, John. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, when you run a crime organization, you can't have physical evidence. Do we not remember Enron? Come on, John. You got to learn from these things.
So New Life says I hit the main points, and if I missed something, please let me know. But those were the main points of the article, and it's just wild because because this is not even the only example of covering up for bad behavior, for all these things. And then the lack of proactiveness on everything else. I mean, we laid out, so I laid out about a year and a half ago everything up until that point. And since then, now we have even more coming out. And my question is, we have this board of regents. You know, WARDE did say he'll be athletic director today and tomorrow. We do have the board of regents meeting on Thursday. Now, as of right now, there's not a clear agenda item for this discussion other than like something vaguely marked personnel. Maybe that's it.
Well, and let's also just reiterate for anyone new, like our boy Buckeye Steve, a spokesman for Michigan has already said there's not expected to be an announcement regarding WARDE on Thursday. So I just want to say this. If WARDE beats another case, John, and he beats an $11 million oral investigation, not physical, no physical.
Well, it was his idea. It was his idea, TJ. Don't forget.
Well, smart men. If he wins and he remains athletic director, I am officially in full support of Teflon WARDE because he cannot be beaten and all he does is win, baby. So let's fucking go. All Teflon WARDE does is win championships and cases, John. I'm here for it. I will not. I assure you, I will fully support Teflon WARDE. To the point, John. We got Teflon WARDE right here, baby.
Oh man.
Look at my guy here. Look at him.
Oh man.
Look at Big Dog WARDE, John.
Imagine if we had Indiana's AD, Illinois' AD, Arizona's AD. Proactive athletic directors who see the talent, see the coaches that they have and lock them down early, see, they try to be proactive across the board. And you have the do nothing, feckless, like ineffective, failed athletic director WARDE Manuel. And mob boss or no, he probably has some dirt. And so they're gonna need to buy him out. There's gonna, like, if he's gone, there's gonna need to be a pretty significant bag that he gets for shutting up.
Let's be very honest, as we are. There is, all right, let me just also lay this out. If they do not, if WARDE does survive, a few things. One, the corruption at the top is absolutely fucking immense. Secondly, the amount of dirt and bodies he's aware of must be insane. It must be like nuclear level. Like we're talking programmed school destroying level or some shit, because they are not touching him, bro. WARDE has survived how many scandals? How many poor decisions? But he's won. And we all know we love winners. I'm gonna tell you right now, John. I'm gonna tell you, I am, and me and Juju have talked about this. I hope my boy's here tonight. If I'm telling you, if WARDE survives, I am officially fully embracing the villain, mob boss, don't give a shit, we are Michigan, fuck you mentality. Because fuck it. I mean, that's just how we're gonna operate. So if that's how we're gonna operate, then I'm just gonna have to embrace it. I'm gonna be in full support of WARDE Manuel. Teflon WARDE, baby. Let's go.
Yeah.
I will say though,
you're not alone, because some of the chat people are agreeing with you.
It's comical at this point, and quite frankly, it's just going to piss the rivals off even more, which is even more enjoyable. But I will say, yes, I would. Yes, all right. If I could have my absolute way, John, and we know this because we've talked about this for years. If I absolutely could have my way, WARDE would be gone. We'd get a very proactive, aggressive athletic director who's very innovative and just fucking kills it. That's the goal, right? But if we can't, and I got to have four-time national championship, Teflon WARDE is my athletic director, then so be it. I just hope he gets a little more grimy, actually. I hope we pay more players, we have more donors, and we win more championships. That's just where I'm going to be, John.
I would be with you in some way, except for the whole NIL thing, except
What do
for
you mean?
the fact that it took him 2 years
Oh, I
to
know.
even to stop
I know.
being even a
I know.
blockage to NIL, not even support, but just he was
I know.
blocking NIL groups from using the block M, from using
Yes.
any type of
Yes.
Michigan
And the
branding.
regions. Him and the regions. Yes. Yes.
Yes,
Accurate.
yeah, and a lot of this, and by the way, some of this does have to be asterisk that the regents were involved too in some of this. I'd say the Dusty May thing, the Jim Harbaugh thing, some like there were decisions that it wasn't just WARDE, it was the Board of Regents, it might have been even Santa Ono, depending on who was president at the time.
What? I'm sorry. So what about Santa Ono though? Regarding what?
I'm just saying, like, not every decision was WARDE's alone. Like there were other,
No, but the problem is, and like Jim Harbaugh Ward does not fight for the right decision.
Right.
He says yes to any decision they make. You understand? Like that's what I've been listening. Here's what I've honestly been told about Ward. He yes mans the regents and president. Now the president of the regents, he slow plays every fucking contract. And he's not aggressive on anything. He's just sits back. He's like a poker player who just waits, and I guess, some would argue this is actually the best approach, but you let the game come to you. You know what I mean? You don't force action. You are the fisherman, you let the fish come to you, and that's how Ward operates. But I like someone who goes and gets it. Like I'm a fan of that type of approach.
Yeah. And by the way, what I don't know if you've been following what Chris Ballas has been saying, and what some of the aside from Sam Webb, because he's always going to he's going to support the leadership, right? But other reporters who are normally more supportive, are basically saying Ward needs to go.
I know, and they're also. I will say this, Anthony. I saw a post from Anthony Broom, and I'm not sure if he deleted it or not. I will also say shout to Von Lozon as well of Maize and Brew. They both have talked about how the lack of transparency with this internal investigation is an awful look. I think we all agree. I mean, quite frankly, I don't disagree. Yes. So to my guy who was realistically objective, yeah, I wanted to see this fucking investigation. I want Michigan clean, bro. I want good regions. It's not going to happen, but I don't want politically driven regions. Not going to happen. They're going to always be politically driven. I would love a clean, structured athletic program, athletic department. Would love it. But the reality is, like most institutions, I want to stress this right now. This is not a totally pile on Michigan. This is what happens in most cycles of anything. Okay. Michigan is in a mature state as an institution, right? It's been around since what, 18, John, 18 what, 87 or some shit?
That sounds
right.
Who
knows? Who fucking forever. All right. Listen, man, there's an old guard at Michigan. All right. There's a way of things, and unfortunately it's not going to be completely cleaned out. It's not, because the regions cannot be fired.
1879 TJ was the first football year, and they finished undefeated by winning one game.
That's right. Of course. We're the best.
That's what it was like back then.
Undefeated, dog. Yeah. I mean, if you're not first, you're last, clearly. But so wait, what year was Michigan's first year though? I am actually curious now.
1879.
Football or just
well, that was
school?
Football.
I want to know when the school started.
First year of Michigan.
1817.
1817. Wow. You know what? I knew that.
You should have known that.
Because I've seen it like a million.
I have seen it
a million times.
I mean, shit, we were there before the gold rush, John.
Yeah,
and that's why they say leaders of the West, because we were West at the time. Yeah, no, listen, man. It's the reality is, there's an old guard in Michigan. This shit is not. I am now of the opinion this is not going, even with a new athletic director. Shit ain't changing, bro.
I don't know about that.
You don't
I
know.
think that
I prove me wrong. I want it. I'm here for it.
well, there's a couple of factors. One, we know that there are going to be some changes in the Board of Regents after November, so
But
that's one. Is it
Mm,
enough? I don't know, but
well,
I mean,
no.
one key person that was
Yeah.
supporting
Well, yeah.
Ward,
Spiro's little henchman's gonna be gone.
yeah, his henchman's going to be gone, but so that's part of it, and I do believe that depending on who the president is, that because they are still looking for a new president because Grasso's they dropped the interim from the title. He is the president, but he's wants to retire. So they are going to continue to look for a president. So I do believe that at some point, an athletic director that is forced that actually has a true vision. Are there going to be clashes ideologically with the Board of Regents? Of course, but like I'm pretty sure Ward just cashed the checks and said whatever you say to a large extent for the Board of Regents, and I don't think that every athletic director would do the same thing. So really, there's two possibilities, TJ. There's the possibility one is that there's three. Possibility one is that Ward is fired, but isn't actually like they give him a bag and they say we parted ways, but basically he's fired. Two is they wait till a new president is brought in, and then that president can hire their person or keep Ward. And three, Ward manages to Teflon it again, another giant scandal that just rolls off his back and he stays another 10, 20 years.
Mm.
I'm really hoping it's the first, but it may be. I have seen some reporting. It could be the second.
Well, I have seen people think it's possible we get a president before they make an athletic director decision.
Mm-hmm.
Who fucking knows?
Yeah.
I mean, it is what it is at this time, dude. It's I don't know. I'll say this. It's not too surprising. Like, did we think it would be a clean break from Ward? Did we think it would be?
No. No, but I thought there was a possibility that they just pay him a bunch of money and it's not as noisy.
I think that's still not as noisy. Interesting. Well, it's funny because last week we were hearing reports that a negotiation or a buyout was being negotiated.
Mm-hmm.
Ward did say today, though, he said in the last 6 to 7 months, he's not going to say talks like that have not occurred.
Yeah, I stand. I mean, I do think there's been conversations. I can't speak to the exact time, place, or anything else, but there's no way that there haven't been serious conversations about what an exit looks like. Just as a matter of devil's advocate, just as a matter of protecting yourself. If you do plan to keep Ward, you have to at least game out every single scenario. And that's the case. That's just dealing with scandal 101. Like that's crisis communications 101. You've got to game out every possible scenario. Let's say we keep Ward. What happens? Let's say we give him a bag. What happens? Like, so you game out the possibilities so that you can create your strategy. So even if they decide to keep him, I promise you, and I will stake my entire career on this, that there have been conversations about what an exit would look like.
Sure, I would agree. I'm sure. And but if they do decide, I'll say this: if Ward survives, the dirt and the bodies are immaculate. That's the only way he survives.
Yep.
It's gotta be like off the rails. Bad.
Yeah.
But fuck it, we ball, son. I will say, the thing where it's like, oh, Santaono said, what he said, don't put that in the report or something along those. I don't want to misquote it. I should have it memorized. But John, do you remember where
he basically said when they were presenting, there was a presentation on the NCAA on the sign stealing situation, and Santaono basically said like, don't take a transcript of it, or something along those lines of like, don't write it down, kind of thing.
Yeah. Well, I'll just say this: if anyone thinks that's a Michigan thing, you're out your mind.
Oh,
That's every fucking university, bro. That's every
100%.
university. That's every top corporation. That's the political game of politics. Like, listen, I'm here to just bring a little reality to this. There's dirt everywhere, and I know Garrison's like, what did Garrison say to me? He goes, like, stop looking over there, look at right here. But my whole point is, my whole argument, my premise would be, you want me to look at one dirty politician when every politician in the room is dirty? I mean, that's just how I operate, John. Like, and quite frankly, I don't feel like what Buckeyes want and Spartans want, and maybe some other college football fans want, they want Michigan fans to feel bad about this. Fuck no, I don't. I don't feel bad at all. I have 0 ounce of feeling bad. Do I want this to be what we're going through as a fan base or as a school? Absolutely not. But listen, man, I'm in a room amongst thieves. I am in a sport in college football where dynasties have been made off of corruption. What's up, Pete Carroll? How you doing? Reggie Bush's Heisman taken away. Come on, son. I got Ohio State paying players since Woody fucking Hayes. Had to, Ohio State couldn't beat us through the 80s and the 90s, so they had to start getting aggressive with their payment plan. Shut out Maurice Claret. I mean, like, bro, I don't feel sorry. I'm not apologetic. Quite frankly and honestly, and this might bum a buck, I don't give a fuck. Like, to my guy who said, is it football yet? In about a month, fall camp's starting up, and we will be ready, and we will enjoy that. But all the side bullshit, quite frankly, I'm at the point where I just find it comical and entertaining. Although I will say I'm slightly tired. It's mid-July. I am ready for some football. Dusty May bummed me out, damn it.
Yeah, I know. And folks, the good news is that August, first of all, Big Ten Media Days will be here before we know it. And then August and fall camp is going to be here before we know it. So at least we don't have to have this off. I mean, I will say I would prefer personally to talk about, where Phil Steele ranked Michigan's O-line and where where this is ranked and that's ranked. But Warde Manuel decided, hey, we're gonna draw this out. Because I think part of this is a pressure campaign. Again, this is full speculation. This is going way off of, this is my speculation. I think there's a pressure campaign building to get rid of, because if you remember, rumors started about Sharon, and it was like 3-4 weeks, and you started to hear from various places, not just like Spyro, but like there was a major, very well-known Facebook group where the guy who runs that knows some shit. And Hailgate.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not on Facebook, so I don't know. But
he was somebody that came out with this almost with the Sharon thing almost a month before the official story. But we still made the determination to wait until like Schefter had it and Pete Thamel and all the journalists that are the nationally recognized journalists. And we'll do the same thing with the Warde Manuel firing if it happens. We'll go live if we get that ESPN push notification that he's gone, just like with Sharon. That's going to be probably the cue.
If anything is speculative and damaging, we typically hold back. Because we don't fucking know. We hear it. Like I'm not there. I don't it's like the Sharon Moore shit when we heard that a month prior to it going public. We hear a lot. I hear a lot, so sometimes you don't know what's real. I'll be honest. Like, so you have to vet it and what I mean by vet it, I mean, be patient and see if somebody else gives you similar information like a week or two later,
Yep. Big J journalism at Voice of College Football. And yeah, I mean, so basically here's my commitment that if the news drops, and it may not be this week, like we're hearing, it may not even be till a new president. But I don't know if they can. I honestly don't know if they can wait till then. Like, it's just more shit's coming out every day. It's not good. They have to stop it, and the only way to stop it is to buy him out and get him gone. Like, that's the only way. This is like, otherwise, I believe that more of this is going to continue to come out. about the report and people leaking to like the Wall Street Journal or sharing with various media outlets. I'm sure ESPN's working on their they're going to act like this is the Iraq War.
But here's the thing, though, John. Michigan is genius. It's all hearsay. There's no physical report. They can't prove shit.
That's true.
And guess what? Because of attorney-client privileges, it ain't gonna matter. Michigan is fucking. That's the thing that rivals need to understand right now. The only loose end right now is Chris Partridge. Everything else is buttoned the fuck up. And I am very confident Chris Partridge is going to get a nice, healthy settlement to shut the fuck up.
Of course.
And that's the game.
Yeah. Well, anybody who knows things is going to get, I mean, especially WARDE, if they are going to.
So here's what I was told. True story. Oh, your mic went out, brother. Your mic's out. True story. I know an individual who's aware of Spiro's situation and his dynamic in Michigan. I have been told, oh shit, where'd you go, bro? I have been told, I'll carry the combo. He knows someone who's very high up in Michigan. I think we all know. Now, I was not given a name, but we all know who the fuck he's talking about. That's been fairly, revealed. We won't share it here out of, respect to the situation. But I was told that individual who feeds Spiro shit won't say shit unless he's put in court. So unless somebody's put in court, I don't see people talking.
Yeah. I mean,
because people don't want to be the ones they don't want to be Matt Dudek. You know what I mean? Where you get blackballed now from an industry.
Yeah, I just think it's not going to be like the only official statement is going to be when he's fired. Until then, I think it's going to be stuff like I guarantee you ESPN is working on something with Pete Thamel, and they're doing their investigations and acting like it's the Iraq War. Like I'm saying, they're going to try to get another medal. And remember the sign gate, what all of a sudden became the worst scandal in the history of sports, because Connor Stalions paid for some tickets for his mom and his friends.
Just being a nice guy, charitable guy, a Michigan man, Don.
And so I guarantee you, if they were able to stretch that, ESPN's got something cooking.
Can a guy not get his mom a gift? What the hell's going on in this country, John? Everyone's got to be up to something, huh? Is no one innocent anymore, John? Come on. People are mad at Connor Stalions to be on the sideline for Central Michigan. He just wanted to watch the game and support Central Michigan. What the fuck is wrong with that? Tell me what's wrong with him supporting Central Michigan and having great seats on the sideline. Nothing.
He was... Listen, he was hired by Central Michigan to help out.
Yeah, well, that's the real story, but Buckeyes don't want to hear that. They think Buckeyes and Spartans, and this is how sick that fan base is. They think Connor Stalions was there solely to get some additional, I guess, I don't know, looks at Michigan State. He could have sat in the fucking stands and did that, by the way. Just to try and get an edge on big bad Michigan State, who we destroyed, 49 to fucking 0?
Right.
Well, it's because you was at Central Michigan. Shut up, you guys suck. That's why you guys didn't even huddle.
Yeah, I was just about to say that the quarterback was checking with his coordinator the entire time. It was a check with me, run over to the sideline.
Dude, you want to know something that we talked about from the beginning? Anyone who's rocked with us knows this. I knew what was going on with the Central Michigan situation, where he was hired, or I'm sorry, not hired. He was asked to come assist by the quarterback coach at the time for Central Michigan, who was formerly on Michigan staff, to come assist Central Michigan, with that game. That's why he was there. That's why he was outfitted in Central Michigan gear. Central Michigan was well aware, and that's why their coach Jim McElwain, who was also a former Michigan staffer, is no longer at Central Michigan. But people want to be like, oh no, he snuck on the sideline. He was scouting Michigan State for Michigan. Shut up, you fucking losers. You don't even know the half of it, bro. Don't even know the half of it. Clowns.
I'm putting a poll out there. What do you think in the community is going to happen to Ward Manuel? And my choices, I'm thinking he'll leave this week. He'll leave after a new president is chosen, or he's staying.
I am of the opinion. All right, I'll say this. If I'm actually afraid to say what I'm about to say because I think I do know how they can get him out of here. And I kind of want to see this thing unfold. Because I know how your boy knows how to create change, okay? The reality is if this dies down, I think Ward might survive. But if the public chaos continues, he could get Brandon Sorsby. Yeah.
Could be Brandon Sorsby. Like, go to a supplemental NFL draft.
Yeah, or like, no, for Ward, he'd probably go to a beach in Florida and hang out with Johnny Olden.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, Johnny will have some cigars and drink with Ward Manuel.
Hey, Johnny, if you don't mind volunteering for this,
come on, Johnny.
It might be what we need to get him out of here.
Yeah, he might retire.
I don't know how after this he could, like, I can't think of like the universities who would take him. I'm thinking like directional group of 6.
No shit. I could see a Minnesota, like somebody who's trying to become good.
Maybe in Ward, like 10 years
Ward has
after
like
this
what
dies
50,
down.
In 10 years, Ward Manuel, and I don't know the exact numbers, has like 53 Big Ten conference championships, 4 national championships. I mean, he has a hell of a resume.
Sure.
He's one of 2 athletic directors to have both a basketball and football national championship. Okay, like listen, we may be upset. We may not love Ward. We may not love his approach, but he does have accolades. You know.
I just don't see Minnesota as being that desperate because think about it, like
that desperate. What do you mean?
Well, you have the pros of he stumbled into good coaches that were hired before he got there, and he just didn't piss them off badly enough that they left before they won a natty. That's basically what happened. The exception, you could argue the exception's Dusty May, that he did hire Dusty May, but he also had help with Coach Beeline. He did hire Kyle Whittingham. We'll see what happens there. I think that was actually a really good hire.
Could be.
So there were some things that he himself did, but a lot of his success happened because of coaches that were hired before Ward got there. And that's something that needs to be made clear, that most of the success was due to coaches like Jim Harbaugh, who were hired by Jim Hackett.
Yeah, who was
not by Ward.
Hutchins. Hutchins, the
Carol
softball
Hutchins.
coach. Yeah, she won a national
long
before
time.
Ward. Yeah.
She was hired many athletic directors before Ward.
I look at Ward like a player who played for Chicago and got 6 rings coming off a bench. Okay, it was MJ, right? Like it's the brand of Michigan. It's not Ward. But end of the day, most athletic directors don't have shit to show for. So I do think he could get a job. I know there's some controversy, but there's a school. Listen, we are in the professional sport era of college sports. Somebody would do it.
David is putting UConn's hat in the ring for the Ward Manuel sweepstakes. I mean, UConn does have a very successful basketball program, and so I don't know.
I've heard.
Yeah. let me look at who the current. So
See,
David
that'd be the worst thing
Benedict.
for UConn because Dan Hurley would leave.
David Benedict has been there 10 years, about the same amount of time as Ward. He is. How old is he? How old is David Benedict? Doesn't say. But you know, if he's young enough where he could take another job, then sure. Why not? I mean, he looks like he might have one more in him. I don't know how old this picture on the this kind of grainy picture on the UConn website is, how new or old that is, but I don't know. Maybe he has another one. Who knows?
Ward's a big fish, bro. Like, people do need to understand, Michigan is a top 10 athletic, potentially top 5 athletic program. Whether the rivals like to hear that or not, that's just reality.
It's a global program.
Even its financial evaluation, I do believe it comes in 5th. But yeah, I don't know, man. It'll be interesting. I don't know how this is going to go. I think it is possible Ward walks. And I mean walks, I mean he's free. He doesn't get fired. But yeah, I could see Ward having a buyout and Michigan going in a different direction. I could definitely see it. And I think actually though, John, now that you brought it up, even though I've heard it before, I actually think there's 2 outcomes here. They're going to hire a president. They're going to hire a president, and then the president will make a decision on Ward. Regents and president will make a decision on Ward. Or Ward is literally Teflon Ward, and I promise you I will get a T-shirt made, and we will support Ward Manuel. I will support Ward Manuel. Listen, my AD is going to be a mob boss, then I'm fucking supporting that shit, bro. Because listen, all Ward does is win, John. Championships and cases.
Yeah. And then he loses his national championship coaches to the NFL, the NBA, Clemson. How about Clemson?
I know.
Baggage didn't win the whole thing, but he did win. He did get to the Natty.
Bakich was trying to make Michigan a northern baseball power. He wanted new facilities. He wanted to do what it would take to compete at the highest level in baseball. And Ward, and this has been proven, and Sam Webb, this is a Sam Webb take here. Sam Webb said they cannot give the financial requirement to the baseball team at Michigan. They cannot. Even, I mean, they could. Like, let's not confuse this. They could. Michigan chooses not to. All Bakich wanted was a matching contract and upgraded facilities. That is all he asked for.
It's reasonable. I think every coach wants to have facilities that are good enough where they can recruit and kind of keep it at a high level.
Mm-hmm. And the contract was $1 million. Oh, well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like the audience is split here, John. I don't think
very split. Pretty much a 3-way tie. He'll leave this week. I don't think he'll
leave this week. I think you all lost. 35% took an L because Michigan already came out and said a decision will not be made Thursday. It ain't going to happen Friday or Saturday. So I have a feeling he survives this week. What comes of it after that, we'll see.
Yeah.
So, plus, the Regents, John, the Regents are in Traverse City. They're on vacation, John. We can't bother them.
Right. They're busy.
They're busy. It's nice this time of year in Traverse City, John. They got shit to do, John.
This is such a shit show. This is so off. It's such a bad look that this is going on, and they're all vacationing.
They got shit to do, John. Family's coming up. I'm sure the family's coming up. They're not going up by themselves.
Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
John, they got beer. They got beer to drink, weed to smoke. You know, they got things to do, man. Adderall to pop. Things to do.
It looks like so Michigan, let's let Keel stick around next time. He's
Or did someone
I
ban
don't think he
Keel?
was really. Yeah, I don't think he was really bothering
Was someone
anybody that
trigger
much.
happy? Did someone pull that trigger?
Yeah, let's let Keel stay next time. At least for, and I'll handle the, if anything needs to happen, I'll handle it.
The bannings.
Yeah. So Ryan with the 20. So I like this because it changes the topic a little. How is this staff and players coming together? Are you asking about football or basketball? I'm assuming it's one of the two. Basketball looks great.
Got to be basketball, because
They only lost one. He wasn't even going to play. For
LJK sign.
Yeah, which we're going to talk about next.
The coaching stuff's interesting. They just got the head coach from Brown. Name is escaping me, but I don't know. We'll see. You know, when it comes to the basketball team, it's a top 5 roster. I almost feel they should have top 10 expectations, but there's a part of that also feels that might not be fair. But then there's also part of me that says, no, that's absolutely fair because that's the potential of this roster. But I don't know. I'm conflicted with the basketball team right now. Will say, hold on, I want to say this though.
Yeah.
WARDE, it has been confirmed that Michigan did try to reach out to some higher level coaches. And unfortunately, which I find fucking insane, by the way.
I heard that too, yeah.
But like, dude, why the fuck would you not want to? Even I don't give a shit if it's July. You have a top 5 roster with resources. I don't give a fuck. I would leave wherever the fuck I'm at to go to Michigan if I wanted to coach in college. Whatever. I don't know. It is what it is. We'll see how it goes.
For sure. As far as the football, if we want to talk about the football staff and players too, while we're at it, loving that. I mean, where we're at, I was playing more college football 27, and I know that that's not a barometer necessarily of everything that's going to happen. But I gotta say, like, Michigan looks good in that game. The playbook really helps them out because the increase of horizontal game, the jet sweep stuff, and like these kind of fake jets, like they work really well in the game. Obviously more quarterback power, quarterback run plays, and 2 running backs in the backfield. It's a thing. Yeah, so expect a lot of trickeration so that defenses really don't know what's coming.
Yeah. Will say I am not buying college football 27 due to their microtransaction bullshit. Plus, I've also heard some not so good things about like Bryce Underwood's like a guarantee transfer and shit. You know, I don't know if you heard this, John, but apparently there's some like funny things occur that occur in that game when you play Dynasty. But anyways, do want to point out how dumb the Buckeye fan base is. You know, we always got to take our opportunities to prove and show how dumb this fan base is. So here we go. I made a post because, you know, they love calling us cheaters, John. They love calling us cheaters, even though there is a fucking line as long as the Nile River, John, the Mississippi, whatever river you want to fucking name. Woody Hayes openly lent players money out of his own pockets. Here we go. Maurice Claret, you know, drugs, money, women, all the finer things in life, John. Living a life better than the NFL. And then, here we go. Because our guy, Jared Pike, who I fucking have on my shit all the time, says, show me a shred of credible evidence, John, that OSU ever bought a single player since Woody Hayes. Well, Jared, if you could read, which you can't read, Ohio State from ESPN, which is also in the NCAA report, has a failure to monitor those allegations as highlighted, but he can't fucking read because most Buckeyes are illiterate. Those allegations resolve around a Cleveland area booster who provided extra benefits to players. And there was 6 players in that report. And let's not forget about Chase Young's family friend he knew for a year who loaned him money, because Buckeyes had been paying players since Woody Hayes. Jim Tressel, who was a coach at Youngstown State, got in trouble for paying players at Youngstown State. Urban Meyer, as we all know, is not a saint. And we all know Urban Meyer's pitch when he was recruiting players. What is it, John? Do you
What'll
remember?
it take?
What will it take to get you? And he wasn't talking about teddy bears, John. He was talking about fucking cash money. But I swear to God, this Buckeye
He was not
fan base
talking about teddy bears.
was not. John, I swear to God, this fan base, it's just like I feel like I'm arguing with a 7-year-old child who might be blind and deaf. I don't know,
You
man.
missed one that's really important. So Maurice Claret,
that's right,
publicly on multiple occasions
said
that he was paid. He was paid more in college at Ohio State than he was at the UF the UFL.
Yep. I believe he also said the NFL. But anyways, maybe it was UFL. But the point being is, the Buckeyes will say, well, Maurice Claret had an axe to grind against Ohio State, and you can't trust Maurice Claret. Shut the fuck up. Your school has done what most schools who are successful in college football have done, and that's paid players. Shout out Nick Saban, who's also not clean. But for some reason, we want to look at him like he's some fucking legend who's absolutely great. Although the reality is, it wasn't until he went to SEC country he started fucking winning. How'd it go at Michigan State, Nick Saban? Well, there's a reason. Because you weren't playing that dirty game up here. You were playing that dirty game down there. I mean, end of the day, John, the truth is, and this is gonna shatter a lot of people's hearts, most winners, shout out Lance Armstrong, are doing something shady on the fucking side. Sorry. Guess what? That's reality. That's fucking reality. Whether you like to admit it or not, there are very, very few.
Shout out Lance Armstrong was such.
Shout out Barry Bonds, son. What's up, Barry Bonds?
A chaotic pull right there.
Come on, bro. Dude, I live in a world where a lot of people just do not understand what is fucking reality, and it just, I'm just like, it's a sad time, John. Sad time. A lot of delusion I walk amongst.
Well, I'm holding on. I haven't heard anything bad about Michael Phelps, so I'm holding on to that.
Yeah, me too.
Decorated Olympian ever, and shout out Michigan.
Listen, I'm not saying everybody's dirty, but not everybody. But I am saying a lot of the things that are at the top are not clean, one way or another. However they get there.
Oh yeah, that's right. He smoked weed. Yeah.
Who doesn't?
Yeah.
Shout out Benjamin Franklin.
I'm just
kidding. I have no idea if he smoked weed.
Probably.
Shit, I would. It's a long ass voyage to France. You know how long that's got to be from fucking Boston, Massachusetts to France, John?
No air conditioning back then.
Shit.
I'd be baked all the time.
Bro, one bad storm could be your last day. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Come on.
Crazy.
I'd have a good time.
Courtney says, with the 5, thank you for the contribution. He can stay, but he knows he's not wanted, and it'll be miserable if he stays. It'll feel like a pebble in your shoe. I'm enjoying the dismantling of him. Same here. I understand it's a little messy. I understand that we'd probably prefer to have a scandal-free offseason. I think we need to come to the reality that Michigan is a global program. It's always going to be reported on. There's always going to be stories. And that's just how it is when you've got, like, Michigan's brand sells paper. Michigan's brand sells clicks. It's that simple. Everybody's trying to stay. I mean, a bunch of journalists just have been fired in recent months. So everyone is trying to stay going, and Michigan's brand drives clicks. That's just the way it is. That's why why they spend so much time on it.
Well, I'll say this, John. There's a few reasons for that. Okay, so we being in the content game, we are privy to how algorithms work and also what brands drive numbers. Well, one reason Michigan drives clicks is because there are 2 fan bases outside of Michigan that are obsessed with Michigan. This is not me lying. This is reality. Okay. The numbers show, like, what people may or may not know is we can see geographical data. We know who the second largest audience is, and it's Ohio on our content. We see this. Okay.
It's true.
It's very true. And not only that, we see Lansing. There's a lot of, like, Lansing area viewers. and even though we don't see them in the comments. But the point being is, even if when it comes to articles, ESPN, any of that stuff, they know when you have a brand that is recognizable. That's the other thing too. Michigan's a recognizable brand, so recognizable brands are clearly going to get more clicks than Eastern Michigan. But on top of that, what are two of the largest fan bases in all of college football? Ohio State and Michigan.
Yeah,
it's just going to get that attention, and plus it's a major brand. Michigan and fuck Ohio State, and Ohio State. It's Yankees, it's fucking Dallas Cowboys. These are top brands in their respective sports.
I'd say Notre Dame's up there too.
Yes, they are, but fuck them too.
Yeah, fuck them too.
Join a conference,
right?
Until they join a conference.
I threw Michael Campbell a bone there. There you go. If he's in the back, we'll know if we see more Shamrocks. But anyway, I think you're right. I think Courtney. I think yeah. There's only so much of this drip drop situation that Michigan can take, and if more stories continue to come out, apparently there's going to be more in the next few days. I saw a comment in the chat about that.
So he's all right. I just want to make sure I'm understanding. So Courtney's position is that Ward will be miserable if he stays because he'll feel, because he's basically a nuisance.
Or I'm wondering if maybe it's Ward is the pebble,
right?
In Michigan, in our proverbial shoe, or Michigan's proverbial shoe. Maybe it's that.
I'll be honest. I don't think Ward gives a fuck. Ward operates like he does not give a shit about anyone's opinion. If you saw him today on Sam Webb's show, I don't think Ward cares. I really don't. I don't think he gives a shit. I do not.
He knows he's about to make a ridiculous
he knows he's not liked.
Buyout.
Yeah. He knows he's not liked.
Yeah. Well, he's liked by, he was at one point liked by at least some of the regions.
Dude, John, I think it was like February or March. I think the fan base was 50-50 on Ward when it was like 80-20 in the past. In the 80 being get rid of Ward. Like Ward was beginning to gain favor in the fan base. I know people who were anti-Ward now saying, we win, we're winners, like the basketball team's winning, like it's the hockey team was number one, and like we were killing it this year outside of the football team and its distractions. But Ward was, losing Dusty put a dent in his shine. And then some people say, well, that's not his fault, that whatever, we don't go down that road. But end of the day, I find it absolutely comical if he beats this current scenario. You have to just, there comes a point you got to root for the villain. There just comes a point you got to root for the villain, John.
You've come full circle and you're on Teflon.
Yeah, I'm telling you right now, I'm getting a shirt. If Ward beats this, I am getting a t-shirt that says Teflon Ward, and it will have him on it, and we're gonna rep that shit. And I will be a supporter of Ward Manuel.
You can rep it all you want.
I will. Actually, John,
you never know. Because we are in talks about the merch. Yeah.
I was just gonna say, bro, let's get that going.
Teflon Ward.
Teflon
Ward could replace the spread, because we still have spread and smash up there. So we could replace that with Teflon Ward.
I have Teflon Ward trademarked, by the way. Nobody better steal that shit. Now you can use it, but
sure,
just remember who said that shit first.
Yeah, you gotta give TJ a piece of the profits.
Yeah, I've been on Teflon Ward for a minute.
He just needs to wet his beak a little.
Who?
You. If anybody else uses it, you just want a little something. You just want a
little copyright, like our Texas channel likes to get on us on any Lincoln Maggio huddle tapes.
I might have just rewatched The Godfather Part 1 and 2 the other day. So.
Oh yeah, great show, a great movie.
Yeah, great. Yeah, some of the best movies ever made.
I love that
movie,
in my
opinion.
Did you play the video game?
No, but I've heard. Is that the one on Xbox?
Very good. Very good.
Okay.
Very good. It is a little
I tried to
repetitive.
look for it on the Xbox Series, my newer Xbox,
You
and
extort you extort businesses. It's pretty fun. It's a good
that's
time.
cool.
Yeah,
All
it's a good
right,
time.
all right. Well, good to know. I was searching for it, but maybe it was just
I
too
do.
old for the
I
Series X.
highly recommend, if anyone has not played it, definitely get The Godfather. I will also say, if anyone has not played the very first Mafia game, beautiful masterpiece, beautiful game. The second one's pretty
Sounds
good
good.
too. The third one's bullshit though.
Note to self. All right. Hey,
I don't
Rip,
know.
we got
No.
we got
Yeah, well, we don't know the
so
donor. We don't know the donor. I want to know. If anyone knows, holler at your
yeah.
boy. I'm trying to do some research.
I'll read it because he donated. So Butter
Sure.
Knives was hitting up Jolene on Seeking. There's no evidence it was.
Is that
I'm
true,
sure you're
Rip?
just. I'm sure Rip
I
is
wish.
just kid. It's just
The
breaking
only
balls.
problem is even if Rip was like being very like honest, I don't know.
Rip's
Rip's
breaking
such a
balls.
wild card. He's such a wild card.
Yeah, no, I think it. I think it was another donor. But who knows? It could be anybody.
Michigander says, "What is my gamer tag?" Will be honest, Michigander. If I turned on my Xbox Series X, it probably would not be done downloading updates until next week. I have not played it in probably 8, 9, 10 since last year's college football game. To be completely honest with you, I just don't have time, bro. I mean, like to sit like my whole debate. Not that I don't want to, because I do. I would love to get into a game again. GTA is coming out. That looks fun. Assassin's Creed just remastered Black Flag, which is amazing. That game's amazing. Um, I would love to chill and game, but I feel like just killing an hour gaming is so almost depressing. My days go like this. I don't have time to just have time go like this, you know?
So I don't know if this was a mistake or a good idea, but I just threw my gamer tag in the chat. So if anybody wants to add me, I've got Bull. So let's see if anybody wants to join Bull in my friend list. But yeah, no, I don't. Yeah, I forget who was the one who made because there was this rumor that there was going to be open world stuff in college football 27.
Yes,
and
there was
someone, and maybe it was Swanky or maybe it was that other guy, DNP, or maybe it was DNP Sports, who said, who literally did a Sharon Moore butter knife open world like activity.
Yeah, definitely was not Swanky.
Yeah, it's probably DNP.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. Look, you've got to find the comedy in all this. Wolverine, formerly in Ohio, has been a member for, count them, 17 months. So ride the wave. Football, a little over a month away. Who cares about the noise when we are here talking ball with the boys? Oh, that rhymed.
Let's
nice.
Go. Bars.
You're a poet. You're a poet. And you didn't even know it. Michigan fan 20. The big 2-0, 20 months. Not to be outdone. Properly already answered this, but what do you think is happening to Ward Manuel? Well, check the poll and check. I'm sure you heard our take on that, but yeah, I mean, it's just how much more are they going to be able to take? I think the plan. Here's my thought. I think the plan was originally to wait until.
Well, this wasn't supposed to come out.
At least until the new president.
Yeah, it wasn't supposed to come out.
But with more coming out, and there's apparently more coming out in the next few days, like if that's true, I don't know how they can keep him and contain, like, the Michigan PR department is probably like shitting bricks right now, because what can they do?
They got raises every week, bro.
They called Sam Webb. That's what they did. That's what they did. Someone on the PR department. We'll call our buddy Sam and we'll get Ward on there.
You know what? I may get a little criticism here. Shout out to Sam Webb, man. You know, and the reason why I say criticism is because I know there's people who don't like Sam Webb. But bro, you know what I was actually thinking? Sam Webb is trying to take his game next level. Like, if anyone has not noticed his focus on professional media approach, he's going on the Jim Rome show. He's trying to level up, man. I think he is. Maybe I'm wrong, but I do think Sam's trying to up his game. That's why he's not on the message boards as much as he used to be. I know a lot of people on 247 are unhappy about that.
He was on
Yeah,
CBS a lot more.
As he is. Yeah, as he does, but it has been more. I do agree.
Yeah.
And I'll say this too. Fuck it. I'll say this too, because I've had these conversations, I think, with Juju and Garrison. No one works harder than Sam Webb, man. No one. I don't think people respect Sam Webb's grind, dude. I really don't. Whether you agree with him or not.
Ethan McDowell's giving him a run for his money, though. That man is getting it.
In terms of intel, we agree. But Sam Webb wakes up at like fucking 5 a.m. Mm-hmm. He used to work till like 11, 12 o'clock at night with the website. I think he's put a lot of responsibility on Steve Lorenz and Bryce. But and I think some health stuff has made him pull back. I don't know that. So I'll chill. But he grinds, bro. I respect Sam. I do.
I respect him. I think he's one of the best in the game. I think two things can be true. I think the administration likes to go on his show for a reason. Because I think that he carries water.
I think we all remember the Sharon Moore post.
Yeah. Remember that?
I mean, what? All right. Now I argue with myself all the time. But listen, but to Sam's defense, Sam says, well, listen, am I going to think he's lying? Because he got it directly from Sharon. He got it directly from, you know what I mean? It's one of those, you're too close to the situation type things,
Yeah. Michigander asks, with the 10, what are our rivals going to do once Michigan starts winning again and no more bad news is coming out because we finally have adults running things? Will they drive themselves into the straitjacket?
Well, I'll tell you this right now. If Michigan starts winning consistently and they do not, like, let's say, like, if Ohio State gets a 9-win season and Michigan is winning consistently, you could see some deep depression going on potentially. And I don't mean to, never mind. I was gonna go down the road. I'm gonna chill out. I don't want to be disrespectful to people actually going through mental health or other disorders.
I think they'll try to poke around and find a new thing. I think they'll try to find a new, like the new Blake Corum vacuum thing. There will be something new.
You think a PI firm might get hired, John? Is that what you're alluding?
Yeah. Third base investigation.
I've heard that tactic's been used before, John. Some would say they've done it before. I don't know.
Yeah. They might have to actually focus on their own team. They might actually, for once, have to focus on their own team. And that's, like, I never feel bad for Spyro and Intrinsic, but if they had to focus on MSU 24/7, they would not be able to contain that. Like, I think that would be very short-lived because they suck. They maybe leveled up on their coach, maybe a little bit, but recruiting's in the toilet. They're going to go like 4-8 this year. Maybe 5-7.
I apologize. I was reading some funny comments. You talking about Spartans again?
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, if they actually had to focus on their own team.
No, they're done. They're done. Yeah. They're done. That I've already said it. And I know there are people who respect that rivalry. I don't. I respect it in the sense it's a rivalry. It is. I don't respect the opponent. And the reason why I don't respect the opponent is because I know they suck. You're garbage. And I'm not saying that because you're my rival and I don't like you, because I respect Ohio State on the field. I respect that football pro. I respect them as a rival. Hate their fan base. But the Spartans, bro, the recruiting's in the gutter. Their coach does do more with less, but man, it's a lot of less. And he's every 3 to 4 year guy. And that does not work in today's college football. Jonathan Smith did not last because of that. And he was the hot hire.
This is hilarious. Kirk Barton is still saying the hammer is going to come down. while in prison for drunk driving and the things that he did.
Yeah, terrible.
Yeah,
terrible.
Yeah. Yep. Still saying, yeah. Who got the hammer exactly? Don't drink and drive, everybody.
So bad.
Court E with the 5. Michigan will be the pebble in his Gucci shoes. If Michigan beats this, we as Michigan can now no longer use words like integrity. He is the image of corrupt. Oof, that's a big one. Can't say integrity anymore.
All right. Hold on. There's two things. First, I want to say rip. You must respect the community, brother. You are free to be Rip Star. We like it. You're fun. You cannot come at my boy Johnny Olden, and you got to be respectful of the mods, bro. You know what I mean? Listen, you can be a catfish, bro. All right, you can stir the waters up. That's fine, but you got to be respectful. Now to Courtney Harper. All right. This is one of those I gotta destroy illusions type things. The integrity thing is done. We are academically superior as a university. Yes, we agree. Okay, we all agree. That's accurate. This idea that the Michigan man is just better than all these, fuck that. Here's the reality. We're playing for keeps. We're playing for wins. It's a dirty fucking game. The reality is it's 2026. Shit gets public. You can't hide it underneath the rug. You know, John, you know what's funny? And I'm going to go a little off path, but we're going to stay on path.
Yeah.
A lot of ugly truths came out when they started doing DNA testing. You know what I'm saying, John? You know what I'm saying? You feel me? Brother, I learned I have a cousin I didn't know I had. You know what I mean? I lost a cousin I thought I had. That's a true story. All because of that shit. My point being is we live in a world where transparency is becoming more prevalent, and this fake illusion imagery, for example, and you're seeing it with politics, not to go down that road, but just understand, it doesn't matter what side you're on. Corporate, it doesn't matter. The reality is this, not saying there isn't integrity. Like, I must stress, this does not mean you cannot be an individual with high moral standards or walk right path, move right, do right. Like, that is a thing. And I'm not saying there are not men who do not, or women, they're not individuals who do not walk that road. But what I'm saying is, it's bullshit. Most of that shit's bullshit. It was something that could easily be sold 20, 30, 40, 50 years ago, but because the internet was not a thing, things were not as transparent. And quite frankly, you didn't have the mob on your fucking ass like you do now. Any wrong move gets the flock's attention.
Right.
And you better believe these seagulls are after the fry bag. You know what I mean? You ever see seagulls in a parking lot?
Oh, yeah.
Like thing, you know what I'm saying?
Or on the beach.
That is the internet. And, you know, like, yeah, bro, shit's more transparent. The whole Michigan integrity, like, get the fuck out of here. We're here to win. We're here to be the best we can be. I mean, I'm over it. Like, okay, all right, how about this? How about if anyone disagrees with me, and I know there's people who are alumni, John's an alumni.
Sure.
I'll give you an example. Slissel. How'd it go, John? How'd he get fired?
He had a romantic dalliance with his assistant.
Interesting. Okay. Sean Moore, how'd it go?
He also had a romantic dalliance with his assistant and with OnlyFans models and with a donor's wife.
Okay. Exactly. My point is, like, it's a sales pitch, boys.
Yeah.
Don't buy the stock. Just actions are everything. Fuck words, bro. Let me tell you that right now. I do not trust anyone's words ever. For example, I own a company. I'll give you a great example right now that I'm experiencing personally. I own a company. I'm going through a hiring phase. And anyone who knows who's ever hired anybody understands that everyone's always the best employee when they're in an interview. Give it a month. Give it a month.
Right.
Fuck your words. I don't like that's when I talk with anyone who I'm hiring, or even fuck that. If I talk to anyone I'm meeting for the first time, I don't believe almost anything coming out of your mouth. Time will reveal the reality to me. That's life. Fuck the illusion, bro. I don't have time for this fake integrity shit. At the end of the day, here's what we do know. Michigan academically is without question prestigious. Athletically is one of the most prestigious athletic programs. And I assure you, and here's what's crazy to think about. There is far more that's dirtier that we are unaware of. And I'm not just talking Michigan.
No.
That's just the truth. Bro.
Every major, y'all,
truth.
If you think that any of the major recognizable football brands or basketball brands are keeping everything above board, dude, oh no.
North Carolina, who's fairly respectable academically, was lying about students' grades. You know what I mean? You have schools having tutors. I mean, bro, it's just, I'm over it. I don't even care. I'm over the illusion.
Yeah. So I'll give you my take. I think I see your point, and I've never really used that word. I think that Michigan has in the past tried to do the right thing, and it's put Michigan at a competitive disadvantage. So that's something like years ago when we were refusing to do what every other major program did and throw the McDonald's bags around. We were just refusing to. But Ohio State's throwing McDonald's bags around. Alabama's and Georgia's got the donors with the handshakes and the envelopes. It's all very well documented. And Michigan's just like, oh yeah, we got integrity. It's like, no, I do want to win. Like, I want to win. I want to be elite at every sport that we can be, especially football and basketball. So
this is going to potentially sound aggressive. How does integrity work in war? Hard to win wars. Hard to win wars with integrity, man. Not saying there isn't. I understand there's, there's certain things you're not supposed to do in war, rules of war, but
remember that time, speaking of Game of Thrones, remember that time when Tywin Lannister had all the all the Starks poisoned at the Red Wedding.
Oh my God! Yeah, how do I not?
And basically just ended that completely with that one thing. Like, that's what you do.
Red Wedding, right? Exactly.
Yeah, you don't. Yeah, you don't. There's no such thing as a fair fight, and people thinking that are like, no, you do whatever it takes. Like spies do whatever it takes to gain an edge.
Yeah.
Period. Anybody watch Burn Notice?
I have a feeling we're bumming some people out because there are people who do walk the right path and do the right thing, and there are, and you can win that way. No one's saying you can't. And like oftentimes, like, I too like to do what's right. Like I like morally, internally what the fuck the right move is. You do. Like, should you or should you not respond to this ex while you're dating this girl? No, the fuck you shouldn't. Like internally, but how many people do, right? The point being is, like, I'm just not delusional to the reality of how dirty shit is. Like, there's few people who got upstanding character, John. There's few. There's few institutions who have upstanding character. Like, let me tell you, never mind, I don't want to go down that road. I was going to talk about charities. Let's not get into it.
Oh, yeah. Sandusky. Anyway, we got Ripstar. And by the way, I don't think Ripstar was actually I was looking through I think he was fine. I think that it was just
him and Johnny were kind of tick for tack.
It was just a callback from earlier in the show. I think yeah. So I think Rip's doing okay. What dipping sauce you picking for McDonald's chicken nuggets?
Fuck yeah, great question, Rip. Great question.
I think I think the definitive answer's the Szechuan sauce from Mulan.
They don't make that anymore.
I know, but that's the answer. And then it's really about what's second place.
So I never had the Szechuan sauce from, and anyone who watched Rick and Morty understands that. Did you see a Rick and Morty episode on the Mulan?
Yeah. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
Shout to, see, that's another one. Look how corrupt that fucker was. The guy who created Rick and Morty. Anyways, do your research. I love that show too. Gosh damn it. Hot mustard, bro. It's hot fucking mustard. Hot mustard is the correct answer to the chicken nugget of McDonald's. Come on. Can I get an amen?
I don't mind that as a.
Hot mustard is the shit with the chicken nuggets. Now I don't eat at McDonald's anymore, but that was the definitely the condiment of choice.
Yeah, it looks like a lot of
Do
people
you
agree
know
with you that it's
all
the hot
nowhere?
mustard.
What's Ripstar's choice? I'm curious. Honey mustard's
Yeah.
solid. You already know. You already know I love my honey mustard. Honey mustard's a solid choice. Solid choice.
Yeah. I'm probably gonna go honey mustard, but I love
Sweet and
hot
sour.
mustard. So
Ripstar's a sweet and sour guy. I'm not. Listen, if sweet and sour is in the bag, I'm still down. I'm down. It's quality. It's quality.
Courtney, my
What
wife just
sauce you
texted
using?
me that the Szechuan sauce is the right answer. So thanks, babe.
It's been gone for like 30 years.
It came back for like a minute.
All right.
And now they just brought back the fried apple pie. I might have
Pickle Rick. Fucking what sauce do you use at Taco Bell?
Usually fire.
Correct answer. I'll be right back, John.
Sometimes I'll dabble with the hot, like depending, maybe if so sometimes I'll do like fire with like Doritos Locos, and then maybe I'll do a hot for like, I don't like doing the fire on the Crunchwrap Supreme because there's all the other stuffs going on, so I go down to hot for the Crunchwrap, but fire for most stuff. I have had it just doesn't. Fire's just my favorite. It's just I just like the flavor. All right. So TJ is hopefully he'll be back with us shortly. I'll take a 0 on all things McD's. So I wish I was with you, but there's just some like that McDouble. That McDouble's hard to quit. Like the spicy McChicken, hard to quit. Especially if you've had a little, maybe you've had a little something. Maybe you've had a little something, and sometimes McDonald's just hits different. That's all I'll say. Yeah, McDouble, and I usually go extra mustard. I'm a mustard. I'm a big mustard fan. Yeah, that's what I just saw the push notification about it. So it's official. It came from McDonald's. So I have to try it. I have to at least do that. See, it looks like TJ's back in here.
Yeah, got hacked. Third base investigations got me. Hate to see it.
Third base. Well, they've got multiple representatives here with Garrison, and they've got their folks over here, doing some recon.
Yeah, we see them watching. We see.
We're still on the food talk, and we were just talking about McDonald's announced that they're doing fried apple pies again for a limited time.
What's crazy is apparently they were doing this in the 90s. I never had it. But the baked apple pie was fucking fire. The little.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one that they switched to baked, and
switched to baked, which was fire. Now I've not had the fried apple pie. I've not had that. Heard it's good though.
Yeah. Streams Only likes it, so I've gotta check it out. But yeah, y'all. So with that said, we have a little bit more to touch on. Believe it or not, we're not done. So real quick, so LJ Kayson, as a lot of you know, is planning to enter the transfer portal. It's not done. It's not done yet, but I'm assuming it will go through. I mean, I was shocked that Boynton kept as many people as he did, and this is. Kayson's the one that I was like, I don't know about. I mean, he is going to be injured and he's not going to play a lot. So is anyone else going to match our NIL offer? But apparently, he's going to go in the portal.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, it's a bummer, but the roster's strong. It just is what it is, man. I don't know. It is what it is. I'm at the point where I just want to see the team. Obviously we won't see them play until the end of October, early November. But in an ideal world, he stays. But fuck, what are we gonna do? I mean, I can't be sad about it. I'm over it. I mean, we retained most of the I mean, we retained everybody else on the roster. It's actually kind of weird he wouldn't stay, because you're not playing till like maybe February or January.
Right.
So like,
Right.
why would you not stay in a defense you're familiar with, a team you're familiar, in a role you already have, and coming off? Actually, the more I think about this, son of a bitch, why the fuck would you not stay? Because you get to come off the bench, and the load won't be as aggressive, because coming off of an ACL, we all know that takes 12 to 18 months to be fully 100%. I don't know. Wild. I mean, I know the word is he was very attached to Dusty, but who gives a shit? Well, guess what? Not who gives a shit, respectfully, but like, dude, you're going to be seeing a whole new coach anyways. And at least you know Mike Boyden, and at least you know these players, and you have some familiarity, and you were really coming into your game. If it was me, I would have, I mean, to me, this has to be an IO. All right. So I am assuming my ass off right now, but in my opinion, for him to leave, he must have been offered more money, because why would you not stay in an environment you are familiar with, coming off of a fairly, I don't want to say very, because it's no longer a very serious injury, but a fairly serious injury? Why the hell would you not come back? Whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I
Good luck.
don't know.
Good luck.
Yeah,
Good luck.
that's my point, is like, who would match our NIL offer, which apparently was pretty decent,
I'm sure it
for
was.
somebody who's not going to play till like February.
Yeah.
It makes no sense. But
I don't know.
yeah, it's wild. And then, somebody
right.
who.
Oh, okay. Go on. Because
Well,
Michigan is bringing something up that I heard. Go ahead, John. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say that in addition to, Ben Herbert being such an integral part of the kind of Harbaugh success, another is Abigail O'Connor, who was the head of the nutrition program at Michigan, who is departing the program. And that's actually, in my opinion, a big loss. I don't know a lot of specifics there. I don't know what the situation is, but she is departing the program, and that's a tough one. Ben Herbert was the last one that was like this tough. Like, she is integral to the success of those 21 to 23 in terms of just keeping a really tight and good nutrition program for the athletes.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, yeah, I would argue this is one of those losing someone who's good, but not irreplaceable, right? I mean, there's got to be like the beauty of nutrition and the science of the body, like, it is forever evolving. There are such new approaches and knowledge. We'll be all right. There's plenty. We'll be okay. They'll find someone good. I mean, does it suck? Obviously, you want some continuity, but I mean, change isn't always bad either. Sometimes you can upgrade. It's possible. I do find her timing weird, though.
Yeah, like, you'd think that if she was going to depart, it would be like in December, so that Kyle Whittingham could get his own person in.
I'll be real, bro. I think there might be a little too much chaos for some people. I'll just be honest. That's again assumption. I don't know that.
Yeah, I mean, it gets to be a lot. Well, we wish her well, obviously, reasonably well, but it is what it is, and we continue to press on. TJ, so we're excited to announce that we have a double header on Thursday night, because first, TJ and Johnny Olden are going to bring you the Michigan Wolverines call-in show live Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern. And then once that's done, either at 9 or whenever it wraps up, guess who's hosting the college football show on the Voice of College Football channel? This guy. So we got an after party after the call-in show, and join me over on the main channel, and we're going to do another call-in show. So you're welcome to come to call into that too. Otherwise, it's going to be DeReal MVP calling in probably for like half an hour. So
celebrity.
Whoa! Celebrity. Whoa!
That's fun, dude. Shout out Spiro, man.
Who's in the cult?
Welcome to the party, bro.
Are we in the cult or are you in a cult?
I mean, there's they believe we're in a cult, John. I think it's interesting. I think it's an interesting premise to think that we are the cult when we're just moving accordingly with what comes. But I would argue if anyone was a cult, it'd be the Buckeyes. That'd be my argument.
How's your buddy Jordan doing?
Oh shit, John. Let us know, Jordan. Let us know. Let us know how Jordan's doing.
Yeah,
that's the word. At least that's the word.
Yeah, I'll just leave it at that. Anyway, so yeah, big doubleheader for Voice of College Football. 2 shows in a row, and we're giving you that in part because next Tuesday we're taking off.
Yeah.
So I have to go to Portland. So I have a conference in Portland. It's the off season, and we were planning to take a show off or a week off in July. So it's going to be next week, unless there's some crazy news that we need an emergency show, and then you're going to have to deal with my hotel Wi-Fi.
Could happen, quite frankly. Could happen. We'll say Thursday show, me, Johnny Olden. We are going to talk about our victory over EA Sports. We defeated the microtransaction. It was a good time. We will definitely talk about our battle stories. And then we will take on our next enemy, which is the jersey sponsorship, looking to take them down. We cannot allow that at Michigan, as you know. Just say no to jersey sponsorships. I'm sure it's something Justin Spiro can jump on. We should use our forces for good, Justin, by the way. We should definitely not allow jersey sponsorships, although your school already did one, and I'm sure you're not happy about it.
Oh, yeah. The FCU MSU. Such a great look.
All right, yeah. And after the call, and we will do a call show. Me and Johnny will be there. Okay, we will, Justin. We are for those who don't know. I guess I don't want to talk. Bank on the crazy news. We'll see. Do you know what, Justin? We'll see, man. We'll see what type of crazy news is to come. Word has it we will not hear. See? All right. See, we got some common ground here, Justin.
There's some common ground with you, too.
We must unite, Justin. Jersey, I know the fans are probably like, fuck that, don't unite. But I'm just saying for the common good, we need jersey sponsorships to get out of here. They're garbage. I don't care about sponsorships on the stadiums. That's fine. But let's not tarnish the good game of college football. But yeah, regardless. So me and Johnny Olden will do the call-in show Thursday, and then we'll hand it over to John Diadamo for the Thursday show on the Voice of College Football main channel. Correct, John?
Yes, sir. 9 o'clock or whenever this show ends. I'll be guest hosting Thursday night for Mark Rogers, so we'll be double heading it. But dude, I have to cook for a little bit. This man is one of the biggest buffoons in the history of media. Now, because he has a couple of buddies on the inside of Michigan, one that's no longer or about to be no longer. But like he does have a couple. So he has gotten some shit right because he's got 1 or 2 people inside the program spying and cavorting with the enemy.
I'm not sure they're spying. I think they're just doing their fucking day-to-day activities.
MSU is the enemy. And we're canoodling. There's multiple people at Michigan.
We have some Benedict Arnold.
Enemy.
It appears we have some Benedict Arnolds. Yes, that's fair. Yeah,
it's absolutely wild.
Yeah, I don't know. It is what it is. I mean, we'll see how his sources go after a certain someone's no longer in office.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. It is what it is. But thanks for dropping by, Justin. Did not know you hated Fanatics like I do. So again, more common ground. But I fucking hate Fanatics. But it is what it is. We'll see. We'll see how this turns out, Justin. I know you were calling for the hammer for quite some time, and let's just say, didn't quite see it happen. So we'll see. I am curious, Justin, if you're still watching, does Ward survive or no? Let us know. And when does he get the axe? Because we as Michigan fans are actually curious ourselves.
Yeah, maybe he'll chime in and break the 3-way tie. I do want to just remind everybody that every night at 9 p.m. Eastern, Mark Rogers does a nightly show now on Voice College Football, and it's live right now. So after this show, I'm gonna head over and give some support. So
no chance
so
he gets
join
fired?
me over there.
Or no chance he survives? I am curious.
I think he means no chance that he survives. I think.
Okay. I mean, quite frankly, we are curious. We are curious.
You know, it's interesting. It's interesting because, you know, these two would have I'd like to see these two debate. Ripstar versus Justin Spyro would be.
I'm going to say something. Spyro is not an idiot. He's actually a sharp fucking dude. But unfortunately, he uses his abilities for pointless pursuits. Damn it! Why don't we go after fucking the NCAA or fucking, you know, the movement for the sponsorships on jerseys, or how about, you know, I don't know. Shit, Justin, why aren't you going after your own board of fucking trustees? And you already know that's a mess. I don't get it. He just loves coming at us though. We got to get, all right, we'll work. Justin, I don't know if you know this, but I don't get anyone's last name correct, but we'll work on it.
Yeah.
Must be new to the show. I mess up. I don't even know our own people's last names. Is it Spyro? Spiro? What is it? What is it, John? Spyro? Spiro?
I don't give a shit.
Okay.
And with that said, let's say sayonara. And we do appreciate everybody being here. So check us out on Thursday. Join me over on the Voice of College Football, the College Football Show. It's live right now. If you come over, let Mark know that John and TJ sent you, and that Wolverine Nation is representing over there. But until then, you got any final thoughts for us, TJ?
Yeah, we'll find out if Teflon Ward survives. I do know we have a special guest letting us know he will not. But we'll find out because I'm unsure if the Regent's got what it takes to get rid of Ward, but we're gonna find out together. We'll see how long that takes. What I am curious is will it be until Michigan hires a new president, or will they make that decision prior? Other final thoughts are simply this: fuck Ohio. As you know, we will see you Thursday on the Michigan Wolverines call-in show. Looking forward to it.
Boom. Go Blue. Fuck MSU. Fuck Ohio. And it's always great seeing everybody. And whether you just hit the like button, whether you left a comment, whether you gave a super chat, whatever, like literally just being here in some way is so appreciated. If you're on X, hell, even Justin, Justin, he watched. Yeah. That's cool.
Justin's a savage. You know, I'll give him that. I mean, he's not an idiot. Not an idiot. He's just he has a bit of an obsession with us. When I mean us, I mean Michigan. But
Intrinsic posts my video. Intrinsic might be worse because he
do we not agree
my
he's
video
worse?
Every 2 days.
I think he's worse. I'd put a Trinsic because Trinsic hides behind an avatar. At least Justin's.
Yeah, Justin like puts his name and face out there.
Yeah,
I have a little bit more respect. Oh, we got New Life with the last super chat. Thank you. Good show, boys. Thanks. New Life. I know I believe you're an Indiana fan, so thank you for donating to a Michigan show. That's really cool.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thanks for being here. I don't know if you do you hang out at let us know if you hang out at the Indiana Voice College Football at all. Curious how that's going. Anyway, folks, that's it. I already tried to wrap it up once. Let's wrap it up again. See you over on the Mark Rogers Show. And until next time, it's always go Blue. We'll see you soon.
Go Blue.